And welcome to another fantastic episode of My Big Stupid Fat Mouth. I'm your host, Mac.
We're live now. Damn. I'm Kaz. I'm Kaz.
I
You
was.
know when it says you're going live, you're supposed to be paying attention, and
It's
it just kind of threw me off.
it's okay. I wasn't. I didn't cue you up either because I'm like last week I forgot to unmute us. So the beginning of the YouTube video is just dead silence with our logo in the background. It's like I'm gonna fix it this week. So I did some.
And then I just screwed that pooch.
Oh, you do good. You do good. I'm proud of you. I mean, it's
I thought you screwed the pooch.
It's it yaps a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We went right down the toilet right off the get-go.
So we're gonna restart real quick because that went hard in the paint.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
I got an alert says we're live
Yes,
on
we
YouTube. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you should follow us. You should like
The
everything we do.
This is episode 50.
It is. I gotta send the link out to the Twitters so that everyone
I
knows.
should do that too.
You probably
I don't know
should.
how to-
I know
I-
it's difficult. So you go to the YouTube video, you push play on our stream, the live stream, the one that's super and sexy. You click on that, and then it says share, and then it'll let you pick Twitter. Wait, oh shit, ours is right at the top. Look at that.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me do that. Let me share that on the X.
So I told Ralph.
Posted.
I told our friend Ralph. I said, "Yeah, we record live every Friday, 6:30 to 7." He apparently came on at 6:30 and was like, nobody was there. And I'm like, well, it takes us a minute. Holy crap. Give me a second.
Yeah, he said he couldn't wait. He didn't want to wait for us. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, well, and I think I speak for both of us when I say piss off. Anyway. So how you been this week, man?
I'm really glad this week was over. Just really
Um,
glad this week is over. I
Yeah,
don't know why, but
it's been hot. It's been really hot. And I don't like heat because I'm an albino and we come from snowy climates, not the surface of the effing sun. And it's not even as hot as it usually is because
no, it's not.
but my air conditioner still doesn't work right, so I got to have people come look at it again, which is a joy. Oh, so Netflix, what do we got to look forward to? I want to tell you about this. So Joe Rogan's new stand-up comes out the 3rd, I think.
Next Saturday, yes.
If only I had a tool, I could look it up. I'm not going
Yeah,
to.
no, it's next Saturday. It's next Saturday.
So they also have Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. I tried to watch it, and I felt indifferent after about 15, 20 minutes, and I don't think it's bad. It's just the first
didn't get
one.
you like the
No,
first one?
that first one, I don't know what it was. I really liked it, and I know there's internet people that are like, but I really liked that. I thought it was really good. The second one, I don't know why. I just didn't care, and that's the worst thing you can be in a movie is apathetic.
Definitely.
So I was just like, well, I guess I'll skip it for now.
Which I found that the first one's streaming on FX, so I might try to. I mean, I'll probably have to watch some commercials, but I might try to watch that this weekend so I can see why you liked it so much. My mom really liked it.
I thought it was cute. I thought they really did good to honor Egon. Well,
Yes.
I forget his name. The actor that
I
passed
can't
away.
remember, but anyway, yeah.
I thought they did really good when they, it kind of tied that in. It said goodbye to him in a good way. But it was a good one.
But before we go too much further, my mother had ankle surgery yesterday. She had shoved her foot so far up her husband's butt, she broke. And, but no, in reality, no, she had ankle surgery yesterday, so she made it through that. And I told her tequila with her pain pills. It's the best thing to me.
I think
it can
that's
help- I
not
think it
good
help-
medical advice, sir.
It's not good medical advice, but I don't give two flying flips because it makes you. I'm not saying just get blasted. I'm saying a shot of tequila, maybe 3, and your pain pill. And I'm telling you,
Welcome to This Week in AA.
no, this is a drug anonymous.
Okay.
This is how you make your drugs go further.
Well-
I just think it helps you the tingle. It just helps the tingle a little bit.
Oh, I got some things that make me tingle, but we're not going to talk about that. So, you started it. You started it. I'm going to bring it home.
Oh yeah, she's doing all right. The block was still going this morning, so she hadn't had to use the tequila and pain medicine regimen that I prescribed.
You just said a
Dr.
word like
Dr.
everyone
Kaz.
knows what the hell you're talking about. Block. What does that mean?
So what they do is they nowadays they actually, when you have like a surgery like that on something, they put a block in, and I'm not exactly sure how or where they do it, but my mom said on hers, the anesthesiologist made it to where the block would start like right above her knee.
Oh, I thought you were going to say neck.
No, that way so she can still use her quad muscles to pick her leg up.
Okay.
So that it wouldn't be completely numb. So basically it helps prolong the pain. So you don't have to start your pain management
Well,
on the pain pill
just-
regimen a little longer. It actually works well. And sometimes they don't tell you about a block and you're like, I'm not hurting yet. And you're like, well, then the doctor's like, well, just because we gave you a block. And basically, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't care enough to look it up.
Yeah. Yep.
But I know my mom said they gave her 2 blocks, and it's for her ankle and the bottom part of her leg because they fused her ankle. Is it to the tibula?
Oh
Whichever
yeah.
bone is down low.
I'm
Whatever
definitely
leg bone down the low bone. That one. The one
The
that
low
connects
bone
to the ankle bone. The
to
one
the knee
that
bone.
connects to the ankle bone. Yeah.
Shit, the knee bone
Yeah.
connected to the ankle bone.
The
Mother...
knee bone's connected to the thigh bone, and I don't know what the thigh bone is called. So, but
Well,
anyway,
it's
so they
this
block
one.
it. Yes, yeah, they because they had to fuse them.
Oh, will she be able to walk?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a while,
Yeah.
but eventually, yes.
Well, on
the
behalf.
fusing was so she didn't have to get a replacement because they said the ankle replacements are only like good for like 5 years.
Oh, jeez.
They're just now starting ankle replacements, so the doctor's like, nah, I don't think you should do that.
Okay. Well, on behalf
So-
of all of us from the Odd Times family, we hope you a swift and hearty recovery because you're going to need to kick Kaz in his ass at Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I'm
just so you
pulling
know,
for you.
So the surgery was yesterday on the 25th, and that woman texts me at 3 o'clock in the morning, just to let me know. Here we go. Yes, this is why I love my mother. 3:15. Good morning. Just an FYI, it's 5 months until Christmas.
I already like this.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. Last week she texted me a picture that Hobby Lobby has Halloween out.
What?
The good thing about her surgery right now is maybe, just maybe, she won't be at Hobby Lobby when they release Christmas decorations, because that woman will send me a picture of Christmas decorations.
She's
Halloween
trying to
won't-
get you to get in the damn spirit, bah humbug.
No, there is an order of things. I don't get in Christmas spirit until after Thanksgiving. I don't care what these stupid stores want to play Christmas music and before Thanksgiving. It isn't Christmas time yet. Y'all need to fall off a building and break something. Just so y'all know.
Okay, so you, let's see. I got to see this real quick because you triggered one of my ADD things real quick. Oh, damn it. No, I'm not going to be able to find it.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. It's fine. The event.
you'll
So
find it.
Thanksgiving. Never mind. They changed the date during the Depression.
It's always the last Thursday.
No, but they changed it during the Depression, and I can't find it real quick. But they
Oh, okay.
changed it. It used to be, I think the same time as Canada's, which is, I believe, in October, because it's the fall festival thing, the harvest, whatever time that is.
Yes.
And they switched it to boost sales in the economy to.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
And I think it was the Great Depression, but I could be wrong, and I'm not going to bother looking at. Well, I hope she does well. I hope she recovers. And,
Yeah, me too. She'll be all right. She's already doing all right. So she's still talking noise.
And I know I'm going to go visit because she got pain pills. No. She'll be like, who the hell are you? I'm like, it's okay. I'm one of your son's friends. It's fine.
Yes,
What'd they give you?
And if that's the same thing I asked her. What kind did they give you? They didn't give her the kind I like. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. I don't want to be caught on record.
I think it's a little, well, only about 1,000 people.
I prefer Percocet if I'm going to have a surgery. I like I think the Percocet works better. 7.5, preferably, please, if any doctors are listening.
P.O. Box.
No, just hold them and call me. I'll come get them indiscreetly. High five. Yeah.
Get to work, and the boss is like, "Where's Kaz at?" I was like, "He's on an important GoFundMe mission, so he'll be back. He'll be in a lot better mood too. Promise you, at least for a couple of weeks."
Oh yeah.
No, that sucks. But I wanted to bring this up before we go too far. We got an email, and I'm going to get back to what I was watching this week. But we got the best email I think we have ever received, and we've received some doozies. This is from somebody trying to sell service to us, podcast service. It's horrible. It's like I just want to respond back to him and go, "Did you have a stroke? Are you doing okay?" All right, here we go. Kaz and Mac, either you've been eaten by alligators, you totally hate my guts, and think I have something to sell you, or you're just plain swamped. That sentence got me. Who the F gets eaten by alligators? If you've been eaten by alligators, my deepest sympathy goes out to your family members. How would they know? This is my email. Nobody's going to check it. If you hate my guts and think I have something to sell, ouch. And then he goes on and tries to sell you something.
Oh, my goodness.
But I promise there's no strings attached. This is just our unconventional way of introducing this bullshit that he's trying to sell us. Oh, I saw that. And so this email I got almost a month ago. And I don't typically bother Kaz. We don't usually call each other on the weekends because that's our family time. And he has to put up with me during the week. So he's got to have a break. So I got that. And it was, I don't remember, it was the middle of the day, and I'm crying, laughing on the phone. I'm like, just let me read this to you. It's like I'm reading, and I forgot last week to read it. Keep sending those. Those are amazing. The
Yes,
more
please
effed
do.
up, if you send us an effed up email, I will
we
read
love
it.
them. Oh, we love them.
I'll read whatever you send me as well as I can. Hooked on phonics. So I took a recommendation from Kaz. And I'm not disappointed. I have started watching Melrose Place. Wait, no, that's not right. Supernatural.
The only reason to watch Melrose Place is for the blonde that's not aging. Why am I drawing a blank?
I only know the name.
Heather Locklear.
She is very pretty, very attractive.
She's still very pretty.
But
anyway.
So season 1, I fell asleep through 3 or 4 episodes, so I didn't go back and watch them. So I got to go back. The Monster of the Week stuff is fun. I love the dynamic between the two brothers.
That's great.
They act like they hate each other, and that fills me with so much joy. I can't
It's
stand
just true brotherly love.
Just like one of them gets shocked really bad, and the other one's like, "Look, you're hurt. Oh, you gonna kiss me on the lips now?" Like I'm just like, "Yep, that's my spirit animal." Yes.
I'm not really gonna ruin anything here, but one of the brothers is a like hamburger and French fries junkie, and the other one is a salad junkie. And
I'm guessing Dean likes the fries.
oh yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, "You're gonna eat a salad?" You know he wants to call him names, but it's
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's, oh
Well, what's funny is
and that comes to play in an episode.
okay. Well, what's funny is I never watched it because I thought it was a teen girl drama because it's I
It
hate
was
those.
on, I think it was on WB, wasn't it?
Yeah, I hate Dean. I hate him. I hate him because I love him.
Oh yeah, because when he walks in a room, every
the
chick
hum,
is.
the humidity goes up to like 95%, and every girl's
that's a
eyes,
good
and
way
I'm
to
like,
put it.
I'm like,
Not the
oh,
word I was going to use.
I was so hoping, and I know this is petty, but I was hoping that he was of the homosexual variety so that at least he left some ladies out there for the normal people. No, he's not. He likes ladies. We're in competition with a Greek god, and that pisses me off so much. And he's charming and funny. So, like, do you want to come on the podcast so I can cut you down and berate you? Just send us an email. I'll bring you on just to be mean to you. And at the same time, like, you're so freaking handsome, I start crying. It's a good show. So I pushed play on it Tuesday night, and my son comes in and he goes, what are you watching? I said, Supernatural. He goes, isn't that for girls? I was like, that's hateful. And he goes, no, you know what I mean? Like those teen dramas. I go, apparently everyone likes this show. So he doesn't typically watch stuff. Well, he'll watch a movie with me occasionally, but he doesn't watch like Blacklist or any of that stuff. So he'll usually go, oh, okay, that looks horrible, and walks off. He sat and watched like 2 episodes with me. It's like, it's not bad. I was like, I know, it's actually pretty good. So I'll keep you updated. Hopefully I can stick through it with my attention deficit. But it's on Netflix. I think there's 15 seasons. And
Yes,
they're not British seasons, so they're like 3,700 episodes per season.
Yeah, because a true television show, it's 52 weeks in a year, and I think they do 26, 27 episodes a season or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So that was a shock to me, because most people don't understand, especially if you're from outside of our country. I don't think you truly understand how massive our country is. We can go for 12 hours and be in a completely different environment. I can drive for 13 hours and be in an actual desert. I can go to mountains. Like we have it all here. So when you meet Americans and they don't know anything about your country that's like the size of Ohio, it's like, well, we don't even know all the countries in our country. It's like there's places here, like we tell them we're from Oklahoma. The number of times people go, what is that? It's a state. It's on top of Texas. Oh, okay. But when I watched British shows, it would say 4 seasons. So I was like, okay, I got something to watch. They're like sometimes hour and 20-minute episodes.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 of them. I'm like, wait, what is happening? Because I think my first British show would have been Luther, and I fell in love with it. And then I watched Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch, that's the worst name. Why would you choose that name? Why wouldn't you pick something like Nathan Smiley or something? Cumberbatch. Anyway, great actor.
Yes,
He could come on the podcast, and I'll be nice
yes,
to him.
please. It's still not streaming anywhere.
Oh, Sherlock?
Yes.
I think the BBC has a thing.
No, they've got the rights for it. Yeah.
But didn't they sign a thing with Disney? Or did Disney just get Doctor Who? Disney got Doctor Who, and they just took it. Doctor Who was an aging elderly man, and they were like, oh, we're going to take you outside and go fishing. And then they got down, they tied a rope to his ankles, they walk him out, they take him out on a boat, and then they just push him over the edge, and he's watching the rope sink to the bottom like, wait a minute. That's what they did to Doctor Who. It's so bad.
Yeah, it looked
modern British TV is some of the worst television I think I have ever seen. I mean, bar none. Like it's honest garbage. Like,
Yeah, the only place you can get Sherlock is rent or buy on Amazon.
well, and I say that as an American who only gets selected stuff here. So take that for what it's worth. But moving on, I had a good week. Last week I had an interesting. I got flipped off by an old man, and I thought the old man was a friend of mine. So instead of, sorry, I just flipped two middle fingers and slapped my butt because I'm an idiot. And then I look at one of the ladies there. She goes, "That old guy was mad at you," and I was like, "Oh, old guy, that's not so and so." And she goes, "No." I was like, "Oh, that's not good. He's gonna run me over now." So just so you know, I'm
How you make
exactly
friends.
yeah, I'm exactly like I am on the podcast. I'm loud, obnoxious, and I go all over the place. Whew. So what else? What have you been up to?
I haven't been up to anything this week, just working. I haven't. I mean, almost done with Kaiju 8. Kaiju 8 is so good that I have prolonged 12 episodes, what, a month?
Yeah, at
It's
least
so good. It's. I,
they've
I
got
had
it.
to stop. I had to stop episode 12 today because it's so good, and it's the last episode. I'm just prolonging it to make it 2 days at the gym.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's that good.
So so you remember the anime I told you to watch, RE Zero? Remember that
Yes.
one?
Uh-huh.
So it's got the little girl, Rem, in it, and she's like a maid. And that show, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It it went from like, oh, this is a sweet little anime where he goes to a different world. Then you meet his superpower, and you're just like, oh, that's the darkest thing I've ever seen. It goes hard left, hard left.
Really?
But she's so popular in Japan, dude. Like one of the most popular characters ever. And I think
RE Zero, right?
yeah, RE0, but I think they released an anime with her. And I can't remember. Um, yeah, so they've got a new anime because people are talking about it, and they said it's really good. But I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Um, yeah, I had to quit watching that because it made me feel dirty. it, it was pretty dark. I mean, for those that don't know, the main character, his special ability is he can die and go back in time. And he immediately gets butchered by a serial killer. And he'll just keep going into the same place, trying to save the same people, just getting butchered in different ways. I was just like, I didn't see that coming. I remember I called you and I'm like, you should watch it. It's really good anime. You were like, what the hell you got me watching? It's a surprise. Oh my gosh. Any books you've been listening to?
Nope,
No.
not a single one. Because I've been rewatching Blacklist again.
Such a good show.
Such a good show. I think I'm already in. Hell, I've been watching so much of it. Like that's what I watch at breakfast time and stuff. I'm already back in season 6.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I love that show. I can't get enough of it. Every time I'm able to watch it, I'm watching it. Besides Kaiju 8.
And that's a really new anime, isn't it? Kaiju 8.
Yeah, it just came out. Yes.
So
Kaiju 8
you're gonna have
just
to
came
wait
out.
a couple of years for the second one unless it gets really popular. That's part of my problem with anime is you find one that it just clicks with your soul and you love it. And like my favorite of all time is Samurai Champloo. I will rewatch that season over and over. It's just the one season, and they could have went on with that for many seasons, but they didn't. It's the
Well,
same.
was it 2 years after Champloo came out that lady passed away? So
Yeah, but I don't know. That was I just loved the characters. That was such a good anime. If you've never seen it, and let's just say you're not an anime fan, give it a watch and send me a message and let me know what you think. Because I guarantee you're not going to be disappointed. Anyway,
Yeah, Samurai Champloo, but I mean, that's the creators of Samurai Champloo. Are just they have it. They've only done one season on their other show too,
Uh, Spike.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yep.
I mean,
That one took
everything
me.
they touch, everything they touch is just beautiful.
That took me years to watch. Because the beginning of it, I didn't really like it, which is, I know it's
Yes,
sacrilegious, but it took me a while, and then once I did, I just binged it. Okay,
so good.
since we're doing this real quick, I'm gonna switch scene here. Okay, so this is coming out tomorrow. We record on Friday, or is it out today? It's out today, I think. Deadpool and Wolverine. It came out last night, I think. So I got a chance to have one of our cohorts went and saw this, Vodka Vinny. Um, he said it's good for a comic book movie. He said, but they kind of drug the end out and it got really silly really quickly, and so it kind of lost him. But I mean, Vinny's like 135 years old, so he went with his son, whose actually opinion I value way more than Vinny's. Um,
What did he say?
I don't know. I forgot to
Oh, okay.
ask. But he said they both enjoyed it. There was a lot of laughs. He said part of the problem is you didn't really care about the bad guy. Most of the movie was just Deadpool and
The-
Wolverine fighting. And he said at a certain point you're just like, okay. See, so it's going to be great for people who know Deadpool and Wolverine. They're going to love it. But I think the normies, which Vinny is, it's kind of going to be lost on him. And he was like, I don't project this to be making a lot of money. I'm like, it better, because it's the only thing Disney's got on the slate that's potential to make money going for the rest of the year, I think. Because everybody's already projecting Captain America 4 is going to flop. Because that one went under so many massive reshoots that I don't know, they have to leave it run in a theater for like 6 years to remake their money.
Oh yes.
So early reviews are in. It's got an 8.3. I think just because he doesn't like it, I think you and I are going to love it.
I think I'm gonna love
Vinny
it.
Vinny watches old tennis matches. So that
No way.
yeah, while drinking vodka naked. And his son's like, "Dad, put clothes on. My house, my rules. Give me a vodka tonic." I just made that up. Oh, Henry Cavill is in this movie. Henry Cavill is in Deadpool.
No way.
He plays the Cavalrine, so it's probably a spoof off himself. Dopender is back.
Yeah,
They got-
I knew Dopinder was back.
Sabretooth. They got Chris Evans. I hate that guy. I always wanted to see Captain America like eat a landmine. I do not like that actor at all. His best role, in my opinion, was in The Losers. That's probably his best role.
That was a good movie.
He's good as
Yeah, I
Captain
think
America. I just don't
He's
like him
great
as
as Cat. I also liked him as
Push was a good movie.
Torch. I liked him as Torch too.
No, nobody liked that movie. Stop it. Nobody liked that movie. You're just
I
trying
don't
to.
care. I liked it. I liked it. I didn't care. The original one, yeah, I liked it.
I think it's called Push.
Jessica Alba. Oh,
As long as she doesn't talk.
yeah, I don't care if she talks or not. She just walks around with that tight ass suit.
He was in Thor: The Dark World. Loki as Captain America. Oh, when he's shapeshifting. Yeah. I'm looking. I think, Push. Nick Grant. This is a really, I think it's a low budget movie, but it's got Dakota Fanning in it, and he has superpowers, and
Yes.
they're running from the big bad. I really enjoyed that movie. I didn't even know of its existence.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. She draws the future and stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. He was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fantastic Four. Johnny Storm, that's who it was. Yeah,
Johnny Storm.
I couldn't
the
remember
Human
his
Torch. The Human Torch.
I read today, since we're talking movies real quick, that Jerry Bruckheimer reached out to Johnny Depp to reprise his role on Pirates. And He has yet to return their calls. I love that because they fired him. They fired him from false accusations.
I heard they offered him a ton of money, like his, not even the profit part of it. You know, they do a percentage now. I heard they offered him a buttload of money, and he still said no.
Johnny Depp. I spelled it wrong. He's got to be 60. Like, he's been making movies most of our natural born lives. He was a teenager when I was born, so he's got to be in his 60s, 70s, probably 80s by now. That's my problem with modern Hollywood. So I read that they're making a new pirate movie, but it's a reboot because they don't have, and the two things I hate, reboots and prequels. I hate both of them. It's like, sure, you can re-envision it, but what they're going to do is re-envision it for modern audiences, which Pirates was fine, just like it was. It was a great fun movie. But they don't have a modern day Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I think it's gonna, because everybody's gonna judge it on Johnny Depp's character. So could it even survive?
I just wish they could.
No Johnny Depp, no Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly. So, and they had 5 movies to make because they really wanted Elizabeth Swann and the other guy to
Keep
take
going, yeah.
whatever his name is, which I don't like him very much. He's a good actor. Was it Orlando Bloom?
Yes, Orlando Bloom. Yes, I thought he'd get good at him.
He did, but the characters were just kind of. I didn't like them. I didn't like those two.
But I mean, they just played off of Johnny Depp basically.
But that's what I'm saying. You had 5 movies to create a new character that you could spin the series off of, and you could have kept this thing going for quite a while. And by the way, Tim Burton's picture, I know he's very rich. I just want to buy him a comb.
The
new Beetlejuice looks awesome.
Beetlejuice looks so good.
Yeah, that does look really good.
So good.
I tried watching Sweeney Todd. Have you watched that?
No, because the singing.
What
I saw of it was good, but the singing, I couldn't do it.
I don't do musicals. I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, this looks really cool. It's dark. I'm going to enjoy it. And then, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah. You know, and I say that, but I turned it around and watched the Charlie and the Chocolate. Not Charlie. Was it?
Yeah,
one with the kid.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah.
Yeah, but was it? No, the new one, the newest one, with the kid from Dune.
No idea. The prequel. It was a prequel, so I didn't watch it.
It's a lot of singing. It's a lot of singing in it, and I enjoyed the movie. He did such a good job in that movie. I thought it was great. He's one of my new favorite actors.
Is it Charlie and the Chocolate
Timothy
Factory?
Chalamet? Yep.
Oh, I remember him. He looks like he smells his own farts.
Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah, that's a nice bouquet. It smells like Doritos. Yes. Yeah, look at it. He's got the worst IMDb picture I've ever seen.
His dip is he sucking his cheeks in that, you think? That's what it looks like he's doing.
They went, here, lick this lemon. Okay, smile. It's horrible.
But Wonka. It was called Wonka. So it wasn't Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was Wonka. So it was like how he became Willy Wonka. His, to the chocolate part of it. And I actually enjoyed it. My son actually said he liked it. His girlfriend said there was too much singing. Devin and I looked at each other and were like, but we liked it.
Is this the same girlfriend that likes the new Star Wars?
Yes.
Okay, so her opinion doesn't matter whatsoever. And I apologize if you're listening, but come on. You need to buy some taste. Anyway. Kaz is like, these opinions do not represent the Odd Times podcast or its affiliates.
I hope my son's not listening today.
Oh, he's gonna listen. And my apology. Look, I don't mean anything hateful. It's just you're redheads. I mean, so it's kind of. I mean, it is what it is. I'm an albino. We're like side by side there. It's just albinos are just better. Okay, I'm gonna stop where I get my butt whipped.
Oh.
Because I know your sons are
I
athletic.
know I know I want to apologize. A couple episodes ago,
Last episode, wasn't it?
was it last episode? You sure it was last episode? But whatever episode it was, yeah, it was last episode. We gave the young lady in the Trump detail a lot of grief. But in her defense, she's not actually a member of the Secret Service. They actually have lower standards for Homeland. So we want to apologize for calling her Secret Service. We want to apologize to the Secret Service, not necessarily to her, but to the Secret Service. Because, she was like, I'll do it, but I got to have a Secret Service jacket and the glasses. I won't do it. If I don't get the jacket, I'm not doing it.
Oh, my head.
You don't get me if I don't get the jacket and the glasses. And now they're like, we should have said no.
We should. I wish we could find her social media before she went out. She's got tons of pictures of her in the
She ain't
Secret
got
Service.
no social media anymore.
Yeah, she's got pictures of her in her get up. Look at me. I'm a what is that? Men in Black.
I was just going to say, like the Men in Black when he put the glasses on. He said, you look good, but I look better.
Yeah,
and she was like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I hope they're not listening.
These opinions do not represent the Hot Times podcast or its affiliates. Their casts alone. I
If I
laugh.
don't come back, I just want you to understand that I'm not suicidal and I'm not sick.
I'm gonna just get killed just because I laughed. So, F it. Let's burn it down. Let's go. He told me earlier this week, he goes, I want to apologize. And I was like, no, we're not going to apologize. She's trained. She should. And then he goes, oh, it's going to be a little different than you think. I was like, all right, I'll bite. I did not see it going that way. We do apologize to the men and women of the Secret Service.
Yes,
Speaking of
yes,
that, did you see What's-Her-Face resigned, which is good.
Yes, I saw that. And if she's not Googled what countries don't have extradition treaties, I guarantee you she is going to, if she has Googled them, she's going to one of those because they're going to
she should
try
go
to hang her
to
by
France.
her,
From the opening thing of the Olympics, they take everybody. So,
France has extradition treaty, I promise you.
oh, okay.
She needs to go to one of them islands or something like that.
One of those made-up islands that nobody
Yeah.
knows exist, and
Yes,
it's actually
yes,
a real
yes.
place. Djibouti.
Yes.
Let me get a slice of Djibouti. No, it's a place in Africa. Grow up.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yes.
I couldn't even go.
She wrote a
She looked
letter.
bad in that congressional hearing.
Oh, dude, she looked guilty as crap, and I don't know if she had anything to do with any of it.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. But she looked
Well,
guilty as shit.
I'm gonna say this. Okay, so the way I look at it is if Trump gets elected, he's gonna hang. He gets to appoint as a CIA, Secret Service, and does he get to appoint FBI? I think he gets to appoint the director of the FBI, or I'm not for sure about that, but I know CIA, definitely Secret Service, and I think CIA if he wants to change it. If he gets elected, and then I think things might come out.
I bet they come out.
If there's prosecutions, but if he doesn't get elected, I think he sings like a canary. What he knows, if he knows anything, but there's got to be somebody. People talk, so
My problem so she wrote a letter, an internal letter to the people of the Secret Service. And if you really pay attention to the wording, she doesn't take accountability for any of the failures. It's a fine letter that says really nothing at all. You can Google it and read it if you really want to get into this. I don't really want to get in. We got enough politics going on right now.
Right? Yeah. No.
But that's my problem, I think, that most people have with the politics as it sits today in America. They can do whatever they want, and they never have to take accountability. It doesn't matter what party it is. They can go, we just lost another $60 million to Ukraine. Oops, we wrote 2 checks. Our bad. That's our money.
Just to guarantee that, or quality
Quantify.
control on that. Quality control on that. It was $6.2 billion that they didn't know they gave them.
Oh, that's all?
Yes, $6.2 billion. Yes, the head of the Pentagon came out and said, "We did." It was like, I'm sorry, we had a miscalculation.
They added
and
an extra
back,
0.
We went back and we did some bookkeeping, and Tim and John and Jamie and Jingleheimer Smith, they all said, well, we're going to give them a little bit more. So we want to let y'all know. And she gave the numbers. And that totals $6.2 billion that we overpaid Ukraine.
But don't worry, we did it in unmarked pennies.
$6.2 billion.
Dude.
There's 300 million people in the United States, right?
Yep.
Give or take.
Give or take, yeah.
Give everybody $1 million. There's nobody broke. There's nobody homeless.
Why would you do that? Because then you wouldn't need the politicians. They need you to need them. We're not independent.
Look, let me put it to you like this. You pay me $1 million, I'll vote for you. I'll be the little monkey with the little tambourines.
We'll do podcasts dedicated to your stupid euthanasia isn't that bad. I promise.
Whoever signs the check, just so you know, I don't give 2 flying flips. Whoever signs the check gives us $1 million. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the tattoo artist, I'm gonna have your signature off that check on my butt.
Have you seen you just see this how my mind works. He said tattoo, and I saw I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. The Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'm getting ready to see Hawk Tua tattoo. Here we go. Somebody got.
I believe I saw it.
This tattoo. Why would you do that? That looks horrible. And when it ages, it's going to look even worse. Oh. Some people, they should have to pass an IQ test.
Where's it at? Let me see.
It's on the YouTube right now. It's over on the right-hand side. Spit on that thing.
Oh, that's a terrible looking tattoo.
It's horrible.
She's cute. Do her any justice. She's cute. I would be mad. I guarantee it's the same guy that did the diamond.
I can't say anything. I got junkyard tattoos from my days in prison.
That's a prison tat. That's what that is. That's a prison tat. You can't tell.
It's going to look so bad once he gains about 50 pounds and she's really fat and got a double chin. Oh.
Hey, I'll give you a tattoo story. So somebody related to me, my sister. I'm not.
These opinions are not the views.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm
Okay.
not talking about that tattoo.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. Just let you know that the pair of dice now look like fuzzy dice.
Oh.
So imagine what they started out looking like.
Damn it, I rolled snake eyes again.
Yeah, not anymore. Now they look like Cheech and Chong's dice on their
Oh, yuck. Okay, moving on. This podcast has just fallen off the cliff from the word go.
Oh yeah, it has.
I should have named this episode "Your Uncle's Kind of Cute" podcast. Oh my god. So.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. We're gonna go over here to.
He grinded them too, by the way.
So, I've talked the last couple of podcasts about this controversy, and I want to make it clear. I don't care who plays the character because they're all made up. The problem I think people are having is that they're crapping on Japanese culture, but I think more it's the Bud Light of video games. I think that's more the case because everyone's like, oh, it's not historically accurate and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, none of them are. They have hints of being historically accurate. So if you go back, and I watched this on Upper Echelon, he broke it down really well. So you should go look at his video. he went through every character that they have had on the Ubisoft stuff. And every Assassin's Creed, the protagonist is from the region and is made up, completely made up.
Right.
But they interact with other characters. So what, like he said, no one would be saying anything if Yasuke was, Yasuke, however you pronounce it, if he was a guy giving out quests and worked with you. No one would have a problem with it. But they made him the main protagonist, and then they bring out the LGBTQ stuff. And I think everyone's just getting tired of having that stuff shoved in our face, both physically and metaphorically. We're just kind of done with it. Everyone is. Just make good stuff. We don't stop preaching to people, stop forcing it. Like, I don't even like sex scenes with a man and a woman on most movies. I'm like, yeah. Start asking yourself when you see a sex scene in a movie, is it necessary for the story? 99% of the time, it's no.
No.
Unless it's that one in that one movie with the guy and the sheep, and then yes, you need context. Look that up yourself. Okay, so I wanted to get into this just a little bit. So I have heard. So this is, you can. Hold on, hold up. So first, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this was put on X from Ubisoft. Basically, it says that, we're not doing historically accurate stuff. We're making a video game to make it, and it's history adjacent, basically.
Okay.
Which is fine. Now, if that was the end of it, that would be fine. But then you get, let me see if this is the one. Let's see the comments. Well, some of these comments, I'll let you guys go look it up. Because, like, Ghost of Tsushima came out, it was loved. Loved. Nobody except the woke journalists hated it. Everyone loved that game. I love that game. I replay it once a year. It's fun. It's a great game. It's got history and everything. So they screwed the pooch bringing any politics to this thing. And one of the game journos, I was wanting to find it, but I couldn't find it. He basically says the entirety of the Japanese race is racist. All of Japan. Horrifically racist. And yeah, there's their stock price. That's not real, because I don't think they put a comma instead of a decimal point, but that's funny. But they basically, they said, I lost my train of thought. Completely. I was like, because I had, okay, that's that. Okay. So Grums, who I'm going to talk about him for just a second, Mark Edward Kern, he worked at Blizzard Entertainment. He's really prolific in the video game sphere on X. He goes against the woke culture stuff. And then he put out this whole thing. And he's been kind of at the forefront of it, saying, everyone needs to vote with their wallet. Stop letting them take over video games like Disney did with Star Wars and stuff. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Don't participate. And so Mr. Lockley, did I save his? No, I didn't. So the guy, his name is Lockley. He wrote a book. He works at the university in Japan, Thomas Lockley, associate professor at Japan University. So this guy writes a book about Yasuke, and he takes liberties. He takes a ton of liberties. And he publishes his book, and he goes on interviews. So the cartoon Black Samurai or Afro Samurai is based off of his book. This game is based off his book. It's not historically accurate. He even says so in interviews with people from Japan. So they have the Wikipedia, and this Wikipedia's got all this information, and the only sources they cite are, guess what? Mr. Lockley's book. Guess who's the one that's putting that up there? Mr. Lockley's the one that's that's editing the what you call it, the Wikipedia page. So like it's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors, and people are seeing through it, and they're just tired of being lied to. Like just come out and say we hate you, we don't want you to buy our game, we just want your money, and we're doing this for political brownie points. I think people would respect it a lot more than the way they're doing it, where they're like, no, it's not what you think. And then to attack people because they don't like it. I don't. I think that's the biggest thing, that the gaming community is one of the most diverse communities in the world. When I used to stream not full time, but every weekend on Twitch, I would play multiplayer games, and I would have people that didn't even speak English want to join up and get on Discord with me. And we'd have fun. We'd be laughing. I'd be talking to them. I met people from Montenegro, from Japan, from all over the place. South America. There's no racist, bigoted people. They're just gamers. And we come in all shapes and sizes. And I hate this new thing to attack people that don't like your whatever it is. You don't like Kaz and I's podcast? Well, then you're sexist or you're racist. It's like, it just makes me hate you. Because you're being disingenuous. You don't have a good argument. You don't listen to the people when they have valid criticism. So now you get these hate mobs that go on there, and every time you post something, they come at you. And so your block list is 500 people long today. It's like,
I think that's society just wants to be controversial for no apparent reason.
100%.
There's no reason that you can't make a good video game. There's no reason that they couldn't make a black man in Japan. But they came out and said it was
historically
accurate.
Yep.
And if anybody has watched Afro Samurai, that is freaking an amazing anime. It is an amazing. But the dude is like 6'6",
so
6'7". He should be playing for the Knicks. Not swinging a sword. But
he's
of course, he's only 5'8", but he's in Japan. So hey.
Yeah. So this I found one of the tweets I wanted to show. Let me turn the scene back on. So which is it? Assassin's Creed is well known for its depiction of the history and accurate recreation of the world, and it's what players can expect with Assassin's Creed Shadow. Now, this was in their response. Or, however, our intentions has never been to present any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Shadows, as factual representation of history or characters. This is in the same Ubisoft response. In the exact same Ubisoft response. And that's the problem people have. All these people talk out of both sides of their mouth. And I think what a lot of the journos are going to start to understand, because a lot of people are getting laid off now, and they're getting rid of the excess baggage. So a lot of these companies aren't turning a profit. They're closing the doors on them. They just closed one of the Kotaku offices somewhere. It might have been France or somewhere. It's because nobody's going to read your crap. They got really popular with political takes with Orange Man Bad. Like that fueled it, and they were like, we're going to talk about politics. Nobody wants to see it. It's why like Game Ranks is one of the most loved YouTube channels. No politics. They just talk about games.
Yeah.
Jake Baldino does a great job. Him and Falcon.
Yes.
Before I buy a game, I go there and I watch it. I don't read any of these journos anymore because it's always devolves into stupid politics.
That's like me reading about a movie. I go off of usually the trailers, but now I've always been a trailer guy. But now you kind of have to read into it and see what it's about a little bit.
I mean, you kind of do, and I hate that because, dude, we grew up back in our day. There was a thing called a telephone, and you'd get it in the paper, and you'd call the movie place and have to listen to what everything's playing and write it down.
Hey, we had to do that.
That's what I mean. Back in our day, you would call the movie theater,
and if it was busy, you were so pissed because you're like,
no, the worst.
The movie starts You know, we're wanting to go to a 7 o'clock movie. You want to see what's playing at 7 o'clock? It's 6:30. It's busy.
This is what would happen to me. So I'd call busy, finally get through. My friends would be sitting around. We would be talking, and then it would go, and that's the showtime for Deadpool. Shit, I missed it. every time. But yeah, you had to call, either go up there or call that
Sometimes
number.
it was in the newspaper.
But we didn't know anything about any movie. You might have
No.
saw a trailer on TV, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe
yes, if
occasionally.
you were lucky. Yes.
And you went to the theater, and it was a unique and wonderful kind of experience. You didn't realize it back then, because there were times where, like, I went to the movie Seven, not realizing what I was watching, and I left there needing a shower. I was like, I don't like that movie.
I wish I could have seen that movie in the movie theaters. I wish that movie's so good.
I made my son
it's-
watch it, and he goes,
It's still to this day. It still makes you like, what if that happened to you? Type of. It's like, what would you do? What's in the box? Just see him doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, Yasuke is a DEI hire. Thank you for finally admitting it. This isn't even about him. Y'all have even gotten some of the buildings wrong that were from China and put it in Japan. Like anything Asian equals the same. Everyone saw how much you didn't.
Yasuke.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. I think that guy's from The Office.
Yes, he is.
And what's crazy is when they were like, Japan is, and they've taken it to the Diete, which is their Congress, and they're actually like, I think they might be seeking legal recourse, which is crazy.
Well, if anything, they'll
Ban the game.
It's Japan. They'll ban it where it can't be sold. I mean, just they did that with what was the movie? Which I can understand that the making of the atom bomb, that won all the Academy Awards.
I didn't like that movie.
Yeah, but what was it called?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. Yeah, that was not
Really?
played in Japan. Yeah, no, they didn't like. Well, I wonder why.
I don't know.
It's probably a little triggering.
That
to some
was,
of those
well, I'm going to say, I'm
That's
saying
just-
it. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it. So you should thank me, because what I was going to say, I'm not going to say it, but
people. And now you're gonna say it anyway.
no, I was,
Oh.
what I was going to say, it was the West introducing barbecue to Japan. That's all I was going to say, but I didn't say it.
You're gonna say
I
it.
didn't say it. So we're clear. We're good. First, you got to get the grill real good and hot.
You know who actually had a really good depiction of that was the Wolverine movie, where
I don't think I've ever
Hugh
seen
Jackman goes back and he flashbacks and he's in Japan and he's
it. Oh.
saves a guy from Japan and they throw the bomb fall. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the unluckiest Japanese guy? So he lived in whichever one got bombed first, Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
Yes, I
He-
heard this.
He gets on his bike, rides to the other town right as the other bomb dropped. He witnessed both bombs. Like right there. I would have been like, get that dude away from me. He is a nightmare. I was trying to find the journalist that basically literally said every Japanese person is horrifically racist. But I can't find it. You can do your own research at that point. But like,
Every Japanese
I just hate. And the only reason I brought this up, because I don't care. You know my hatred of Ubisoft. I'm not buying it. I refuse. I don't give Disney money, and I don't give Ubisoft money. That's my silent protest. And it's not because of political. It's like the stuff you're making's not good. Far Cry 6, until they can redeem the Far Cry series, I'm never giving Ubisoft money again. That game was god awful. It was dull, it was boring, and they just shoved stupid. Like the heroes, when you play that game, and I know I've mentioned this on the show, the heroes, the hero, you, the character, and all your group literally feel like the bad guys. Like, you literally feel like you're the ones being evil. And I just, I'm good. I always play the good guy in games. I guess it's my white savior complex. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about it. And look, we just need to start voting with our wallet, because a couple of other
Oh, definitely.
woke games came out this week. One had a beta, and they were really pushing it, and less than 1,000 people downloaded the beta to play it, and it's like an online team shooter, free to play. Nobody showed up. The other one is Frontier. I think it's already out, and that Sweet Baby people went in, allegedly. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, but apparently they went into that Frontiers game, and they changed the main character from a white woman to a woman of color because, well, obviously. What I don't understand how black people don't see this as what it is. It's racism. They're not good enough to make a great black character. So they just go, well, we'll just get this redhead and make them black. It's the same thing. Like the politician that said black people can't use ATMs because they're too dumb. Like, how does that pissed me off? And I'm a white man. That made me angry. Like, oh my God, do you guys not understand how freaking racist you are?
It's seeing that. I don't.
Oh, I got videos. I'll send them to you. The kids, the freaking kids are awesome. They're in a room with a politician speaking, and the screen is like half and half, and he's pushing around a laptop, and she's like, "They don't know," and it looks like he's like a Aborigine.
Yes,
yeah, that's what that was about. It's like, how much racism can you say?
Oh, that's what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember it now.
Yep. So, but anyway. Oh yeah. And they got Zoro's sword. They copy and pasted Zoro's sword from One Piece into the game too. Like, come on.
Really?
Yep. That was a big controversy too. So, anyway.
So, we always do a dumb cop, dumb criminal. I
Yeah.
don't really have a dumb criminal. I do have a dumb cop for you.
I don't know if he's dumb or just evil, because that like
Well,
de-escalate that.
yeah, definitely. So, this officer, what is his name? Where did he go?
Jim Allman? No, that's a coroner.
Sean Grayson.
Yeah, you
Sean
can't
Grayson.
you can't trust anybody named Sean. Those people are up to no good. Like, they'll steal your underwear, and they're men. They'll steal men's underwear they're perverts. Stay away from Sean's. Okay, go ahead.
Sean Grayson and his buddy were called by Sonia Massey in Illinois. She called the police. I'm gonna say by the video she's a little out of it. They asked her if she was crazy, basically, and for some reason I don't understand how they went from the front porch to inside the house.
I don't either.
Because in the video, the video, they're outside talking to her, and he's like, "Are you okay, ma'am?" And then all of a sudden, they're inside the house. So, and he's like, "There's not much we can do. We can at least try to stop the blood."
So she was hurt.
Oh wait, no, this is after he shot her.
Okay.
He's been charged with first-degree murder. Sean Mason has been charged with first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct because he killed her.
So let me get this straight. So she calls the police.
Yes.
Why did she call the police? That's my first question. Like, was somebody breaking and entering, or did she need help, or like, obviously she needed help. She called the police, but I only found the one article, the Associated Press.
She said she called the police because she thought she heard something outside.
Okay.
And then she's like, "I'm trying to help you," and she's like, "Please God, I don't know what to do." And then he asked her, "Are you doing okay mentally?" And she said, "Yes, I took my medication." And she says, "I love y'all, thank y'all." And she says, "Okay, all right." Then the next scene is they're in the house, and she's got a pot of boiling water, and she says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he says, "If you throw that water at me, I will shoot you in the effing face." He didn't pull a taser out. She has a bucket or a boiling pot of water that you got to hold with two hands. It's not like she can just put it in her palm of her hand.
Back up and run out the house. It's her house. Just get the hell out of there. Call for backup. Call somebody, a crisis person.
It's not like...
Yeah, boiling water will melt your face off.
it will, but not when you go outside. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you could just maybe he thought in his mind he was gonna electrocute her. You know, he's watched the shows where the water's on the ground, you can taser the
But
ground. So he was like, I will just shoot her in the face. It won't hurt as much.
I don't, dude. So
I don't know, but he literally said, I'll shoot her in the face. His buddy's standing behind him, and all of a sudden you hear gunshots. His buddy draws his gun.
so I've got a picture here of a body cam. So the guy, I'm guessing, that has his gun drawn at her is the perpetrator.
Yes.
Just leave her house. If it's a volatile situation, call people that can handle that. I mean, cops, their job is horribly hard to begin with. But when
Yes.
you do shit like this, it becomes untenable. You can't keep making these. So then what happens? So she said,
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He tells her to drop the pot. She takes a couple steps at her. He shoots at least twice, if not 3 times. And he shot her right in the face. The bullet went right under her eye.
that was southwest of Chicago.
Yep.
Okay, it says authorities said Massey called 911 to report a suspected prowler. 2 deputies eventually show up at her house in Springfield, about 200 miles. Why would they put kilometers on here? We all know people who read in kilometers can't read English. Southwest. We use the imperial system given to us by the dang King of England. I don't know why America. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Yes.
The video confirmed prosecutors' earlier account of the tense moment. Da, 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 da. He fired 3 times. He yelled at her to put the hot water down, threatening to shoot her in the face. I don't.
Didn't even go for his taser. That's what I don't understand. You have a taser. That's what it's meant for.
Get the heck out of there, dude. Just get, and I know they're cops. They probably have rules that we don't know about, but to kill a woman who's clearly not in her right mind, like, okay, we're going to leave, and you just keep her in sight, and you back up out the house. If she starts to make, like you said, your partner, there's 2 of you, taser. Like,
well,
she might have burned herself with the hot water with the taser.
Oh, she wasn't going to get that big old pot of hot water that far.
Well, but if she
still.
was holding it and he hit her with the taser and she dropped down, she could have burned herself. It's probably, whatever. But that's much preferable than getting shot in the head 3 times.
Yes. So, dumb cops.
She struggled with mental illness, according to her family. Her son, 17-year-old, God, that he and his 15-year-old sister had moved in with their fathers because she admitted herself to a 30-day inpatient program.
So there's also background for this young gentleman. He was discharged from the U.S. Army for misconduct, which is a serious offense.
Shocking.
Also, learned that Grayson was charged with 2 DUI offenses in Illinois, one in August of 2015 and one in July of 2016, which I don't understand what that means, but...
Well, I have heard that if you live in Illinois or you're from Illinois, it's a prerequisite that you're an alcoholic. You do a lot of day drinking. It's just what I heard. I don't know. Look it up.
I would think if you lived in Chicago, you would want to drink to just try to handle the gunfire at night. Maybe help you sleep so you don't hear it. It just kind of, like I said.
So this is why
pain pills and alcohol. It's a Chicago thing.
This is one of those reasons why people don't trust cops.
Yes, definitely.
This lady
but yet, if you
had
have a
an issue.
policeless society,
more of that's going to happen.
Oh,
yeah. Well, at least for about 6 months until either they run out of bullets or people are like, I don't want to kill anybody else today. That's just sad. That's just sad that this couldn't have been.
Sad.
Like, this isn't a teachable moment. They should prosecute him for murder. And I don't say that. And granted, I haven't seen the video. I haven't watched it all. I didn't know about this till you brought it to my attention. So, but my instant response is that it's always deadly when they decide to, and it seems like people escalate. It used to. Police knew how to de-escalate situations. They would back out of it. They would I don't know, they would try to take different approaches. Now it's just like, do what I say. Nope. Okay, I'm shooting you.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's what I'm saying. Is why even have the even have the taser?
I don't even know. You know,
Because
and
the one lady thought she grabbed the taser and shot that guy a couple of years ago.
oh, that's right. I forgot
Yeah,
about that. Yep.
yeah. She's like, I really thought I was grabbing my taser.
So
They don't feel the same.
the other deputy said he would get his medical kit, but Grayson said, she's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. There's nothing you can do.
Uh-huh.
I'm not even going to waste my med stuff then. Wow, these guys are sweethearts. Now, cops are pissed about all the heat they get.
And it's a hard job.
It's an impossible job in this climate.
Oh yeah, with everybody, and it's a catch-22 to me. It's like, I had somebody tell me at a store, it's like, so I see all these videos of people like talking to cops, and the cops just pull up on them and want to see their ID. I get it if you have, I get both sides of it. It's like the cop wants to come up to you and do stuff that he's not supposed to do. But at the same time, I'm like, it's just a hassle all the way around.
Yeah, because I could show him my ID, and then he can be like the Empire in Star Wars. Move along, citizen. Or I could sit and argue with him, and
Call your supervisor and put it on YouTube, and
it usually makes you feel like you're guilty. Is what it feels like when they do that. Like, what are you trying to hide? There's certain states that they have stop and frisk, so they can do that in certain states, certain cities. So it depends on where you're at.
I think it does depend on that, but I still think in most cities you have to be suspected of a crime.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a catch-22. I know they have a hard job, and I try not to mess with them. I try to do the speed limit so we don't have to have that conversation.
No. Because I'm terrified. I'm
I don't
terrified.
want to become a statistic.
Yeah, I'm terrified of police. They have the ability to take your life, and once you're dead, you can't fight back.
Right.
I'd rather have a ticket and fight back, but at the same time, it's like just try to avoid drawing attention to yourself. That sucks, man. That just sucks. And I'm sure people are going to riot. It's Chicago. I can only imagine.
Well, it doesn't look like it because this happened. When did that happen?
Didn't he post about this? July 26, 2024 is when this article was posted.
The article, this is when the attorney's talking about it.
7/6, so the 6th.
So the beginning of July. So they have it, and it's probably because they've already ruled it. They've already ruled in their favor, basically, because they've already let him go. The charges have been filed against him.
Now, can that poor lady's family, can they? Because see, I grew up with a mother who had a shit ton of mental illness. Like
right.
that's what ended up killing her with the brain aneurysm was experimental medication. So I'm kind of anti head medicine. If you need it, use it, but just be careful what you're putting in your body. That's all I would say. Because he upped her dose and she died. So I grew up with people with mental issues, and they can be a completely different person within 30 minutes. He'd be like, that's mom, she's really great. And then I went in one time and my mom was laying hands on the TV and preaching to somebody on TV. So I've seen this stuff. Now, if cops came there, they probably would have shot my mom because she would do some crazy stuff. I had a samurai sword one time, and she had it when I got home from school, and I said, what are you doing? She goes, demons are trying to get me. I'm like, oh, okay. Thank God it was one of those show swords. It wasn't sharp. I was like, okay, hey mom, I need that back. Can I have it? And she's like, well, they're going to get. I said, no, they're not. I'm here. I'll watch your back. So I de-escalated that situation. Granted, I'm her son, but like they could have called her family and said, hey, we need somebody over here. Get a hold of her family. Yeah, because that mental stuff, man, it's not like it's
It's
glorified
crazy.
on
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah,
where it's
no.
great and everybody is doing well. It's not.
No,
That's
no.
not. See,
Yeah.
my mom went through 3 shock treatments when she was in her 20s because that's what they
So
did back then. She was not the same person.
so I didn't read everything. The footage of the body cam is not of the guy that shot her. He didn't turn his camera on.
And that's what I said to you. I said, thank God that they have body cameras because without that, like you said, they could have just put a gun on her and said
Yeah.
she tried to shoot me, so I took her out.
Yeah. Oh
And,
yeah.
and it could be the case that they had to go to this house more than once and they're getting irritated and frustrated. Like we don't
Could be.
know. We
But
don't.
still, it still doesn't change the fact that he has been charged though.
Good.
So
Good.
yeah, that could be why they're not.
We should do a GoFundMe to buy him a whole ton of Vaseline. He's gonna need it.
Now, will they put a cop in general population?
Again, it probably depends. For this guy, I don't know. I couldn't hazard a guess.
If they do, it won't be in that state for sure because
I really think we should get away from dumb cops and start trying to find at least every other podcast a good cop. Just kind of change it up a little bit.
I just saw one of those videos. A cop was boxing, having a boxing match. He was challenged to a boxing match with a young man.
And he killed the young man and then framed him.
No, that young man was putting hands on that police officer. I was like, oh, get it? Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. But anyway, where did it go? Oh, it was a good video.
That's
I just
okay.
saw it.
You can send it to me in a little bit. But yeah, it sucks. That stuff's never good. And there's a lot of great cops. We had some in one of the towns I lived in. He pulled me over when I just got my license. I was terrified. And he's like, "You just started driving, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." I was so scared. I go, "What did I do wrong?" He goes, "Nothing. Just wanted to meet you. Let you know I'm here." Yep. I never messed around in that town. I could guarantee you. But you felt like he wasn't there to harass you.
Right.
Granted, it's a little town. It's not one of these massive cities. All right. Do we want to do my little thing or your little thing, or do we want to go on and talk about the?
Well, I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Do have another question. We got other stuff to talk about, but I got a question.
Is it gay?
Do you
Yes. No.
Oh God, I forgot all about that one. That's it. That's for another show. So, do you have a favorite cookie?
White
Are you a
macadamia.
chocolate-
White macadamia nut. White chocolate macadamia nut.
So-
Those are my favorite.
Okay, so do you ever like buy the cookie dough and make it at home, or like?
No. No.
Okay.
I
do
get
you
a,
ever do chocolate chip cookies like that, like the Nestle's Toll House or anything like that?
Nope. I just buy pre-made cookies. Usually Subway.
Because I was gonna ask you if you had if I was to put okay, so homemade chocolate chip cookies are like one of my favorite things in the world.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Okay, would you rather have 2 fresh homemade chocolate chip cookies or a spoonful of cookie dough?
Oh, cookies. Yeah, I don't do the raw stuff. Raw eggs terrify me. I don't even like mayonnaise because it's got raw eggs in it. I won't eat it. Yeah.
Okay, so today on the X, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking for a new partner. Because cookie dough is almost it's better than sliced bread. We don't need sliced bread. Cookie dough. I don't understand.
I've eaten it.
My jaw
have.
is like literally. I was not expecting that. I was expecting you to go cookie dough with me. I was like, I have to be. I was when I was growing up. There was 2 beaters when my mom made cookies.
There was Dad and then no.
Always go left.
I
Always
do.
hard left. There was 2 beaters, and I was like, but my sister doesn't want it. She doesn't like the cookie dough. She's like, she wants it. Mom would take as much of the batter off of the beater as she could, but you know they had the little crevices, and we got to eat the batter. And if you were lucky, you got a little spoonful of the cookie dough. I love cookie dough. I know. What's funny is I can remember them coming out on the news saying you're not supposed to eat the
Salmonella,
cookie
right?
dough because of the eggs. But you can go on YouTube and watch guys that it's part of their diet. I watched a video. There's a guy on TikTok that he goes around and asks people, and all he doesn't follow anybody. All he does is walk up and down the streets. I believe it's New York, and ask people what their routine is. And one guy, when I tell you he was built like Adonis, he was built like Hercules. He said, "I eat 12 raw eggs every day." Every day.
Oh, I bet his farts just smell lovely. Oh, it's like, God dang, it's a dead body around here. What? Sorry, I had my 13 eggs today.
Yeah, but and you know what? Now they actually sell, like if you go to Walmart, like they have the miniature, like just the single cupcake or a single slice of cake over in the cake aisle, like where you buy the cakes. You can actually get cookie dough, like bites of cookie dough in a cup, like 6 or 8 bites of cookie dough in a cup now. Yeah.
Man,
So
Americans will
how
do.
did we go from you could die from it to selling it?
Well,
just
because it's
for consumption.
it's bugs. It's not real eggs. It's bugs, right? They're putting bugs in everything. That's the conspiracy. That's where they get you, Kaz.
I really didn't think because I can. You know, my mom's not much of a cook, but a baker. Oh, she bakes her ass off, and I can remember it's like brownies. I like to lick the beater on the brownies, but I don't want to eat the batter. I'd rather have the brownie.
Yeah,
Same with cake.
yeah. Same.
But cookie dough.
Now,
Oh no! Just go ahead and don't even cook maybe half, and just put the rest of the cookie dough in the refrigerator, and I'll just take a bite of cookie dough every once in a while when I want it. I will smash cookie dough. I just really thought you were gonna go that way.
okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What's
You just disappoint me all the time, ruining shit all the time.
that's
I've been
that's
thinking about that all week. I was like, he's gonna be a cookie dough fan.
no, it's no. Okay,
The word
what is
fat.
your like? You were a big guy. I was a big
Yeah.
guy. We both kind of went on a weight loss journey. It wasn't a journey.
Mhm.
It was just I was shredding fat.
Still on a journey? It sucks.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're alive. Okay. What is your most embarrassing fat guy like thing that you did? That's like I can't believe I did that. I'll go first. I used to buy those little tubs of frosting and just eat the frosting. It's just like it's so bad. It's so because it's just sugar, pure sugar, and I just go, oh. And then I got the bright idea one time. I'm like, oh, what if I mix them? It's just like ice cream. No, it's not. It's just
I
pure.
didn't do that, but I would always save some of the frosting so
Yeah.
I could have it. Yeah, I would say like we don't need all this frosting on the cake, and then I would save some.
Life's
Like, why are you
like-
saving it?
That's real thin.
You
You
might
shut
eat
your
it
mouth.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is my most embarrassing?
Fat guy story, like the one thing that you did that you're like, oh, I can't believe I used to do that. I used to drink Dr. Pepper and soda and stuff too.
Coke. It's Coke. My addiction was Coke, and that's probably one of the things that helped get me overweight. Besides, stuffing my mouth, like Bill Burr says, maybe if you stop putting shit in your mouth. I think that was my problem. But instead of waking up, you get thirsty. A lot of people get up and get a drink of water. I would walk to the refrigerator and grab a Coke and open the Coke, drink half the Coke, put it back in the refrigerator, and go back to bed.
Yeah, I did that
That's probably
shit
it. That's
too.
probably
Oh,
it. Yeah, that's probably it.
that's
And,
yeah.
and the 4 liters of Coke I drank a day when I was a beer man.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
5 liters.
It's crazy. I'm like, I can't believe I ever did that. Because now all I drink is black coffee and water. Yeah,
I'm still not man enough to drink black coffee yet.
everybody at work makes fun of me because I carry a gallon jug of water with me everywhere. Like I don't drink. I
do too. They just can't see it.
Yeah.
So I'm right there with you. I just keep it in the in my lunchbox.
I got a 20-ounce Dr. Pepper, and I could only finish about a quarter of it. I was like, it's too sweet.
Oh well, I can't drink a 20 ounce anymore because I don't want to drink it all because it gets warm.
Yeah. Oh.
Now if I put it some crown in that sucker. That's a different story. That sucker ain't lasting. I'm already on one of those tonight.
Oh, okay. I got a question. I got a question for you. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to give me who you think is the highest grossing media franchise, and that covers movie, TV, it's video games, whatever. It's media franchise. I want to see if you can get any of these.
Who?
There are two in the 50 billion plus
Who?
range. So one of them is a total revenue estimated US dollars, $98.8 billion. The other one is $52.2 billion. I want to know if you can.
Okay. It's HBO.
No, it's not like a station. It's a property. It's a property.
Oh, so HBO's not a. So like you're talking about like.
Media, like. Well, I don't want to say any, but
Okay. Media. Let's see. Can't. Is it ABC?
No. Like
like
franchise
Fox or,
franchises like Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't explain this well. I was like, yeah. So just give me some that you think would be in the top 10.
Well, Star Wars.
Okay. Star Wars, 1, 2, 3. Number 4 on the list, $46.7 billion. Fourth.
Harry Potter.
7th at $34.5 billion. Now, there's one here that I do not know what it is, and you will not know what it is either. It is called Pan Man. It's right above Harry Potter, and it's getting $38.4 billion. Came out in 73.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably Asian,
So
I would guess.
Marvel was probably number one at one time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's number 9. $32.4 billion. Now,
God.
you can do games. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, what about Call of Duty?
Number 10. $31 billion. That's why they keep making the same damn game over and over and over and over and over again. Number 10.
Number 10. What other games do we have?
Six.
Madden Football.
Let's see if it's on the list.
What's okay. That's
yeah,
EA Sports.
Yeah, I'm looking.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
So I'm down to 5 to 9 million, and it is not on here. It's not on this list. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, it's $7 billion, and it's way down the list. I don't have it numbered, so I'm having to count it.
I got you. Yeah, if it's way down the list, don't worry about it. So
The first two, I would have never gotten, but once I tell them to, you're gonna go, oh yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
The first 3, actually. The third one
right.
shocked the shit out of me. I was like, nah.
What's number 1?
Number 1 is Pokemon, obviously.
Wow.
$98.8 billion. I mean, it's a worldwide phenomenon. Remember Pokemon Go?
They still do the cards. They still collect cards.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy we like that sings with the tattoos under his eyes. The white guy. Did the song with Ozzy. Just recently.
The fat, tired guy.
No. He's the younger guy. Anyway, what's number 2? I'll look him up. Keep going.
Mickey Mouse and Friends. $52.2 billion. Yes.
It's still that high?
Uh-huh. Yep. Which is freaking amazing, dude. Okay. Number 3. Oh, and Pokemon came out in 96. Right. Mickey Mouse and Friends started. So you're talking like the lifespan of this, obviously. So, I mean, Mickey Mouse and Friends came out in 1928. The third one's the one that blew me away. Winnie the Pooh at $48.5 billion that it's made. 1924. I didn't know it was that old. Remember we had a guy that went by Pooh that we worked with, and I used to laugh. I was like, Pooh's a girl. I don't know if you know that. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, for sure.
I actually saw Pooh Had my buddy's birthday party in October.
He's still a very large
No,
individual.
February. Yes, he actually works for the city.
Oh, cool. Well,
now.
good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. I actually saw a good old poop.
All right. So then you have Winnie the Pooh. Then you have Star Wars at 46.7 billion. Ant-Man, Pam, whatever that is. The Harry Potter. Barbie at 33.9 million, which is a shock to me because I didn't really think that Barbie. Well, I guess I can click this on now. So we'll start at the top here. We got Pokemon, Mickey Mouse and Friends, Winnie the Pooh, Star Wars, Disney Princess. I don't know what that is.
Post Malone.
Animated films. Ant-Man, 1973. Okay, here we go. Ant-Man Pan Children's Museum is a complex in Minato Mirai in Yokohama. So it's Japanese. Okay. Harry Potter, which I would think Harry Potter and Marvel would have been at the top of this list. Then you get Barbie, which started in 1987? That's not right. Oh, television. Okay, so this is all just movies and TV, not toys.
Okay.
That probably would bump Star Wars closer to the top if you counted toys.
Right.
So it's got book sales, video games, and just that stuff. So media, not toys. Okay. Then Marvel Cinematic Universe, $29.73 billion. That's a lot of freaking money, dude.
That's a lot of money.
Call of Duty and then Batman. I would have thought Batman would have been up higher.
Yeah.
$21 billion making, when they go, look, it's made this much money. We need to make another one. This one surprised me. Hello Kitty. And it came out in 1974. Cartoon character. I didn't know that Hello Kitty was that old.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And Spider-Man is under that. Transformers. Bringing in $25 billion. And then Dungeon Fighter, I don't know what that is. It's a game, video game, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, it's by Tencent. Okay, so it's Cars, the movie Cars. $19 billion. And then Candy Crush coming in at $20 billion.
Really? Candy Crush? And that's not that old.
2012. So it's up there, but tell me video games online or mobile games aren't real games.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes, 1930. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dora the Explorer at 15.8 billion. Like, I knew these were popular because we've heard of them, but to see it in actual figures, Pac-Man at 15.4 billion. I didn't think The Lion King was $15 billion popular. I mean, wow. Disney's got a lot of stuff on here. The Avengers, that's Marvel. 14.3 billion. These are all billion with a B. Space Invaders, the video game, has made $13.9 billion.
Wow. I haven't seen Space Invaders and I couldn't tell you how long.
Warcraft has made $12.4 billion. That should be more because those dudes charge you $15 a month to play World of Warcraft. I don't know if that's in their Star Trek, Street Fighter. Some of this stuff I don't know. Grand Theft Auto at $9.98 billion, which will go up when they release 6. James Bond, Dragon Ball. I'm surprised that's not higher on the list. Demon Slayer's right under Dragon Ball, 2016 to 1984 there. Angry Birds, 2 mobile games. Fortnite. Jurassic Park, Power Rangers. I was gonna bring this up. Talking video games real quick. You grew up with me playing Mario Brothers.
Right.
And you hear Mario go, "It's a me, a Mario." That's not what he's saying. He's saying "Itsumi," which means super.
Right.
Ruin the child.
I believe we talked about that. Not on the show one time?
No, I don't think we may have. I'm old and I repeat myself. Fate, that anime. Oh, it's a mobile game. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Superman, I thought would be higher. Lord of the Rings, $6.84 billion. Like, imagine checking your balance and just see it 6 0 0 0 0 0 0. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Avatar. I don't get Avatar. Avatar's not good. It's beautiful, but it's not good. They've done that story numerous times. The colonizers have come. I'm going to stick with the indigenous people. That's what I meant to mention. I sat through 3/4 of the movie Dances with Wolves because I haven't seen it since it came out, and I didn't like it. So I sat down and I watched it. I still don't like it. Kevin Costner's horrible. Genshin Impact is on here. Gundam at 5 billion. God, I didn't.
Really?
5 billion in retail sales. Wow. And Gundam's been out since '79. That's crazy, dude.
Really?
And Genshin Impact making that money. Bob the Builder, Simpsons, Scooby Doo. Now we're getting to stuff I know. Big Bang Theory's on this list. 4.57 billion. Seinfeld, 4.5. Twilight. Sparkly vampires. I'm not. The answer to the question I asked earlier, is it? Yes. So good.
Yes.
So good. Gran Turismo. That's a racing game. Smurfs, and now it's just. But that list, I found that fascinating. I was just curious because Vinny and I were looking at stocks today. We're going through it because, you'll see these hot takes on Twitter. The Disney stock tanked. It's down so far, and then you look at it and it's dropped $1.50. You're like, I don't think that's tanking, dumbass. So I was looking to see what the most popular, because we were talking about it. I thought Elder Scrolls would be more. Of course, they've been selling the same game for the last 15 years. 2.65. Gojira. That's crazy, though. All of this stuff is billions with a B.
Wow.
And it's just
crazy.
somebody made this shit up. It's all just stuff some dude or group of people, some lady, some guy, sat down and went, it'd be cool if we make a bunch of dudes that dress in spandex. We call them the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then they get in tigers and they combine into Voltron. That'd be cool. Worth billions.
Oh, Voltron. I forgot all about that. But the guy I was talking about was Post Malone.
I was going to see if you got there. I figured it out pretty quick. I could
he's
picture him.
I believe he's a huge Pokemon collector. Like the cards and stuff like that. Like some of those cards are worth like millions of dollars.
I think that's the same. Yeah, I never got into the card collecting stuff, like Magic and all. I was like, it looks fun, but then you sit down and like watch a YouTube stream, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't ever want to do that. That doesn't look fun. I would just suck and tear my cards in half.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I go and buy $90 worth of cards and get 20 of the same card. That would make me angry.
Let's see, most EXP. I gotta sound it out. Pokemon card. Let's see. 20 most. Let's take a look at this. This comes from TCG Player, the trading card player. Magic card from '98, $78,000. What? Whoa! Holy
What's the most
shit!
expensive Pokemon card?
That's what's the top. It's no. That's the lowest priced. That's the start point. That's number 20. We haven't got to number effing 1. Snap
is the most expensive.
Hold on, we're gonna 87,000.
Oh yeah.
Trainer number 2, Snap Magic Carp. Magic Carp sucks. 136,000. 137. What is that? That's a dude. A single card was given to each of the first, second, and third place winners at the event. So that's a special card only you can get if you went to the event. Neon Genesis. Let's go. Oh, go away. Stop trying to get me a subscribe. Oh my God. 100. I can. And people like, you should save it. It'd be worse. I'm like, bitch, pay me. I'll give it to you right now. $250,000 for some stupid piece of cardboard.
I got you on. I got one even better.
Fuck. Pikachu 99. 207. That's a house. That little piece of card is worth that 300,000. Hold on, we're getting there. 6.
You're
Charizard.
taking your time. What's the most expensive card?
Okay. Give me. Number 2 is Pikachu at 400. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1. Illustrator Pikachu. 5,207,000. What?
For a card. Logan Paul paid for that.
Oh, that's that.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
Oh God, he looks like one of those vultures.
He's the one that's going to get beat up by Mike Tyson in October.
Oh, I hope. I
No,
hope
that's Jake Paul. That's Jake Paul, but that's his brother, Logan Paul.
he's got two first names, and both of those names are stupid. Jake Dave. That's my name. Shut up. I want to say more hateful things, but I'm not gonna. $5 million for a freaking piece of cardboard. Now,
Yes.
let us look at Magic. Yeah, we just took a hard turn.
Yeah.
Magic card ever. Okay. Let's see here. Don't give me $3 million. $3 million. I'm gonna have to start buying cards, dude. I'm tired of this working stuff. Oh, I'll be horrible on the podcast if I sell one of my Magic cards. Wow. That's wild, dude. $3 million and $5 million for a card.
Yes.
And it doesn't do anything. It just sits in a container. It's like baseball cards. I never understood that either. Black Lotus is the card for Magic the Gathering. Now, can you get these cards like the Pokemon cards in a pack, or do you?
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah, that's how they do them. Yeah.
So you just have a chance to get those rare cards.
Uh-huh.
I'll never get one then. I have
Yeah.
the worst luck. I can't even keep an air conditioner running. That is freaking crazy. We're gonna do one more search real quick. I know everyone's like, oh, this is awesome. Video game. Let's see. It's gonna be Zelda. There'd be some Japanese game. Super Mario 64. A sealed copy of it for 1.56 million. God dang it. Why couldn't I have listened to my grandma? You should save some of this stuff. It's going to be worth some. The Legend of Zelda unopened, $870,000.
Crazy.
What's crazy is you and I probably know all of these that are expensive to develop. Star Citizen has cost $630 million to make. Wow. Samurai Jack game, 30, 50.
Remember that.
Duck Dodgers. Oh, that was the Disney Duck Dodgers, and it was like Buck Rogers, but he was a duck. I
Yes.
vaguely remember that. I would have thought it would have been like Tactics Ogre or something like that. That's cool. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was a good little segment. Pat myself on the back. I'm gonna do naughty stuff to myself later.
What's new?
Yeah, exactly.
So, just so y'all know that the Olympics has started. I'm proud.
Oh, is it the summer or the winter?
They actually started yesterday. The opening ceremonies were today. I got to watch a little soccer yesterday, or football. I got to watch Japan play Brazil just a little bit before I went to bed. Not much.
Now, if Japan loses, do they commit? Never mind. Go ahead.
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question.
What is it, Sudoku? Is that what they do? I'm not sure. Anyway. Say some more hateful stuff.
Yes.
This is why I've been avoiding streaming, because after a little bit, my filter goes away, and I don't want to ruin our YouTube chances. So one of the videos I did, I thought they were brother and sister, and I'm watching this cutscene, and I thought my mic was muted, and I was just like, now kiss, do some incest. It's horrible. It's horrible. Okay. Sorry.
We're gonna go left again.
Oh, good.
You know what's one of the best pranks I've ever seen are the ones where the people have the outside showers, like at the beach.
Oh,
and
dude,
the
those
guys
are
keep
the
putting the soap on their heads.
yes.
And they can't. I don't know what it is about them, but I can watch. Like, I just was scrolling Twitter just to see, if there was anything new, and this dude is 275 of the biggest dude ever, and he literally cannot get the soap out of his eyes. And he went out in the sand and started pounding on the ground
I
like
think
Hulk
that's-
smash, Hulks.
Oh, dude. This is the one. This is the one that Cass is talking about. It makes me laugh every time, because this dude, He's not a guy I'd
seen
want to.
it?
Yes, it's on
Yes.
it's on the channel. Oh my god.
Yes, it's like those.
He's like,
those
what
are-
the hell am I using here?
Yes, and he's just that guy right there. And the guy, it's like, and you can't. It's like you can't feel it.
No.
Yeah. He's like, why can't I get? He's like, he picks up the bottle. Oh my god! And that's the greatest. The next greatest prank is the like the tree prank at Christmas time, or where they're walking by the tree and it's a guy in a suit, in a tree suit. Oh, those are great too. But the soap is the best, because the one before that where the girl was like, "You bought non-vegan shampoo and she can't get it out of her hair."
Well, this is on YouTube, so butts should be allowed to be seen, but it is what it is.
Well, the girls at the beginning did have butts showing. They
Yeah.
were in the,
So
in the nice little
how's he
thong.
gonna do this? Oh, she's not looking.
There it is.
Yeah. Let's see.
The other girl's got her eyes closed, so she's not.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, he's my kind of people. He is
Yes,
my
he
kind
is.
of people. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for taking
Anyway,
that turn.
Yes. Hey. So, on another story, and I'm not going to go completely into it, but I got into a good heated conversation, and I know he doesn't listen to the podcast yet,
Oh, good.
but I learned something today, and I'm going to have to apologize to him. I was under the impression that if you were a convicted felon, you couldn't vote. But they have come around and changed that. Because I remember that was one of the things.
That's what I thought
yeah.
too.
So here it is, I'm reading it. In all but 2 states, voting age citizens convicted of a felony are barred from voting for at least some period of time. Voting rights retained while incarcerated for a felony conviction, Maine and Vermont. So you still get to vote in there. Voting rights restored automatically upon release from prison, the District of Columbia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, Montana, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Utah.
So those
Voting
are
rights,
you can vote.
as soon as you get out of prison. Voting rights restored automatically once released from prison and discharged from parole, California, Colorado, Connecticut, New York, and South Dakota.
Okay.
Voting rights restored automatically upon completion of the sentence, including, so you have to do your prison, your parole, and probation. Once all of it's done.
Okay.
Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Georgia, Idaho, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Texas, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin.
So what's the only 2 states where they don't? Well, I'm gonna guess Florida's probably one.
Well,
where you can't
voting
vote.
rights can only be restored through an individual petition or application to the government in Florida, Iowa, Kentucky, and Virginia.
That's right, Florida. But
Yeah.
you don't. That's crazy because now this is
I
what
always
I
thought if you committed a felony,
It's what
and
I
you went to
thought.
prison. Yeah. So I had a buddy of mine. He's like, I wish that whoever becomes president, that is the first thing that they would do, because I got to thinking about it. But one more, that I say voting rights is dependent on the type of conviction and or outcome of the individual petition in Alabama, Delaware, Mississippi, Nevada, Tennessee, and Wyoming. I think this is good. I've always wondered why it was like that, because I was like, so you've been tried by a jury of your peers.
You did your time.
You did your time, but you can't own a gun or vote.
Yeah.
Now, the gun part of it, I can understand if you committed a violent crime.
Right. But if
But
you
if-
had a
but if you
marijuana
committed tax
conviction,
fraud,
right?
If you could,
right.
you know, oh, by the way, before I keep going, did you see
I did.
our buddy's watching?
Oh no, I didn't. No.
Yeah,
Hey! It's about damn
He's
time.
here. He's here.
I was
He's here.
cussing you out.
I'm glad he can read a clock.
You're a little late, butthole.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think this is great because, my buddy was like, oh, they've changed that. I was like, no, they haven't, because I was just talking to my buddy about that. And he's like, you're wrong. I was like, you're wrong. And we'll talk about what we were actually talking about beforehand. But I think this is great because, like I said, you've done your time. You've done everything you're supposed to do. Why can you not vote? I think this is great. I didn't know it. I till today. This is a good thing, I think. In my opinion, because you did your time, no matter what you went to prison for. You did your time, you got off the books. I mean, it's like this. They're still taking money out of your taxes. Why can't I vote?
Okay. Now listen, so there's a list of crimes for Oklahoma. If they're all felony, you shall not be eligible to obtain a real estate license, but you can vote. So I was just like, okay. You can do all you want to do, but by God, you ain't going to sell nothing. Yeah. If I catch you showing a house, that's it for you, boy.
Hey, and Okies do it better.
Yeah.
Okies do it better. But
yeah,
I thought that was good. I think that's a good little story right there. I thought that was nice because I had to look that up because we were arguing about it, and I can't say F you. He's a very religious guy, so I have to really tone down my talking to him. And
that's why we're not friends. He'd be like that lady with boiling water. Yes. But
yes.
the only thing I ever knew is that you couldn't own a gun for any felony, basically. Which I kind of, it's like, depends, like you said. And I know they have to make, and that's what attorneys are for. You can probably get it, whatever they do. I forget what the word is.
Expunged.
Yes. If you do, you go on. And I have a friend that got a felony drug conviction. And he went through it, cleaned up his life. He was a young man when he did it, served his time in prison, got out, became a truck driver, and kept his nose clean. And he had all that stuff expunged. But then he got pulled over, and they were like searching his car for something when he was like 18. He just turned 18 or 19, and now it's like they're still searching. He goes, I thought it was expunged. Oh, it's expunged, but we still have it. So
yeah, we still know what you did.
Yeah,
we're not telling anybody, but we know.
That's right, Ralph. We got the video of you kissing that sheep on the lips. We know.
Was it a sheep? Poor little sheep. Poor little lamb. You sorry. Hey, but lamb tastes good though.
Yeah, we've already done this one. Awesome. Yep, move on.
Hey, so that was a good one. So, did you see that they had another protest?
Oh yes, I'm so sick of these.
What I don't understand is this article that I'm reading is saying these protests are being funded by Iran. Okay, I don't know about that. I didn't know you could actually charter a bus from Iran. Is that an international call? What does that international call cost? I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to put you on hold. It's costing me $6 a minute to talk to you. How you gonna put me on hold?
Bitch, text message.
Yes, but watching the videos, they actually bust these people in on nice charter buses. It wasn't the little yellow short bus. It was nice charter buses, air conditioning and all for these protests.
Oh wow!
It's like, is there a website that you join and you get like text message notifications? I don't understand.
I'm okay with them protesting. Like I have no problem.
If you protest.
Stop tearing shit up.
Yeah, they just defaced all kinds of stuff.
Well, I think is that the Liberty Bell? I saw it.
Well, no, because they're in Washington. Because this is the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia.
But yeah.
Bell.
American history.
Yeah, I thought it was the Liberty Bell too. Because I think I put you on that. I put that little nugget in your head because I was like, that's the Liberty Bell.
Freedom Bell. Freedom Bell.
Okay,
whatever the hell that means. It's just like you're fighting for that, and when you act like a jackass, It's like I talk about with the protesters that block roads and stuff, which that's not going well here lately. You sent me the video of the girl, and he drove through it and pulled her right onto her face. But when you take the normal person and you tear up, because not everybody's as radical as you are, whatever belief it is. Guaranteed, no matter what. I guarantee you, everybody listening, who has ever listened, you have an opinion that Kaz and I would not agree with.
Right.
We'd still be friends with you. I mean, like, there's no, but like everybody has a differing take. But to do this kind of, like, now here's my question. Now, I saw some of this. They're plotting. Some of this stuff. And they took down the American flag. They flew the Palestinian flag or whatever that is.
Yes.
And it was all because of Netanyahu, because it's Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, he was
Giving a
talking.
talk. Yeah.
It's like this. What did they say? So many senators and so many congressmen didn't go to his speech. That's how you protest. We just don't. Even if they went to that, as long as you're not doing anything wrong, I mean, as long as I think the violence and the destroying of stuff is what just messes it all up.
Well, here's the question I have. Now, I read somewhere, not in this particular article, but in another one, they broke into a building and they basically did whatever they did in there. Isn't that the same thing as those January 6 guys? I mean, this seems more violent than that one, and those guys went to prison. So, and this is the problem that we have in America. Everyone's sick of the double standard. It's like, well, if you agree with me politically, you can do whatever you want with no threat.
That's the thing.
That's communism. It's like, or whatever you want to call it. It's bullshit, is what it really is.
I also read that they circled around some police officers and beat some police officers up.
Yeah, I saw that too. Well, we saw the one video that you sent me, and I don't have it on the computer, but it was the tractors turning the corner and just sweeping stuff up with it. We don't know if that's true.
If that was AI or not, but those bulldozers just come around that corner flying, taking out cars. It's beautiful.
I just don't. I think it's some people are really adamant on this. I think some people are. I think a lot of people are getting paid.
I believe so too. Because like I said, they get bussed in on
nice charter buses. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like you should be allowed to do it. You can protest. Like, I have no problem with that. But once you start destroying private property and you start tearing up stuff that's meant for all Americans, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, you need to stop. You need to stop. Like, and I get it. You feel like your voice isn't being heard. Well, welcome to the rest of America. Our voices are never heard. We feel like it when we go and vote, but if you live in a Republican city and you vote Democrat, voice isn't really being heard. So, anyway, that's crazy. I did see something that's attached. Let's see. Is it? Oh, yeah. And I've got a pet peeve about TV shows. Don't let me forget to bring that up. So apparently, campus protesters are jeopardizing their future. And you can look this up. This is from the Week. That's pretty easy because it's right at the top. But there's several of these. I first got turned on to this. And the main... what they're doing is they're putting a hiring freeze against people that are, I don't know if they're actually at the protest or if they're arrested or they cause damage or they're too public facing. Because, I mean, let's be honest. If you run a paper making plant and you're hiring somebody to be the face of your company, you don't want them to be a political firebrand. It doesn't matter which way you go.
Right.
I wouldn't want somebody that's far right leading my company. I want somebody that's gray. No one knows who they are. They're going to do a good job. They're going to smile. They're going to sell my paper, and they're going to disappear into the fog. That's what I want. I want you to be affable, likable, and all that good stuff. So apparently they're starting to put companies are starting to put a freeze on hiring these people. Um, yeah, it's crazy how some of this stuff has gone. Like I could go down and I can bring a severed head. Somebody brought a severed head to one of these things, and it's like,
Um,
I'm not hiring you to run my daycare. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's like, and don't get mad when I don't want you at my financial institution, because I heard some of the stuff you were talking about, and you sound dumb as a box of hammers. So yeah, I'm not gonna hire you.
that's why these people are wearing masks.
So
because they're so scared of being seen. Well, I mean, if you're going to go out and protest and you truly believe in it, you don't need to hide your face.
no, and there was a lot of people I was seeing on this right here. There's a lot of people that aren't wearing masks. I bet she's
At this protest, yes.
like these people here. But so it says, as graduation looms, however, college protesters are now facing threats from some of the legal and business world's most powerful figures who claim that by joining their campus demonstrations, many outgoing students have ruined their chances of post-collegiate employment. Recently, a group of 13 conservative, of course it's conservative, federal judges declared that having lost confidence in Columbia as an institution of higher education after the Gaza protests there, they would no longer hire anyone who joins the Columbia University community, whether as undergraduates or law students,
Wow.
beginning with the entering class of 24.
Wow.
Several CEOs announced a similar boycott against Harvard students. So, like, there's real world ramifications of your bad behavior. And these same people will cry foul and say our system is broken. Well, you hate the system. You proved that because you stood out there and you wrote shit on national monuments. You know,
Oh, yeah.
some of those people, those monuments, are dedicated to people who gave their blood, their life for this country. And for you to deface it is, in my opinion, and I know it's just an object, but it's what the object represents. Like somebody went and drew on the Vietnam Memorial Wall.
Oh.
You're a piece of shit.
That is one way to get some military guys to put a foot in your butt.
I'm just like, most of the guys that went to Vietnam,
Isn't that right there by the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier too?
I'm not sure. And this happened a while back. It was,
Okay.
I think, Black Lives Matter time. I think 2020. But yeah, they didn't do any permanent damage, thank God. But most of those people that died in Vietnam didn't want to be there either. And then they come home, and all the stupid woke college students of that time screaming at them and spitting on them, calling them baby killer. Those guys got trauma that you can't even imagine. You should go look up a book called Across the Fence, talking about those guys. Whoo, them some scary dudes. And I guarantee you they look like Paw Paw. You wouldn't think about it, but they stack bodies. It's called Across the Fence. It's about the SOG boys that went over with South Vietnamese and ran undercover missions into Cambodia when we weren't supposed to be there. Which is funny. So they can publish that now and people go, I trust the government. Really? Because they went into a country we weren't supposed to be in. Anyway, those guys are heroes. Not. What do you think about that? Do you think that they should? I mean, they're private companies. The way I look at it, if they don't want to hire,
It's a private company, and like it's you get what you get. I mean, if you're gonna protest it, it's not. Is it right or wrong? No, but it's their right to do that. If they find out, I mean, because like I said, it's like you even said, it's like if you want them to represent you, so you want to move up in my company, and you might have to go out and say you might have to do business with somebody that's of Jewish faith or something like that. And
100%.
And you can guarantee in this day and age they're going to do their due diligence, and they're doing business with you, and you're going to represent me. I'm going to look into you. I'm going to look up your social media. I'm going to look at what you said and be like, no, I cannot work with you because you.
And what's funny, that
don't
social
believe
media, right?
Yeah, it's social media, because if you're going to go to a protest, there's guarantee that you have talked about the protest on social media somewhere. And that's why these big companies have this social media stuff. They have somebody that looks into your social media. I mean, we've seen it many a times on the internet. Somebody will say something racist, and then the next day, you see that person made the news. And
That first girl that was flying to
hate
Africa.
Martians. I
Yeah.
hate Martians, and all of a sudden, she got fired.
Yeah.
You can't say that. Guess what? You're what you did has repercussions, and I agree with the same thing.
Well, it's funny because it was the left's control of social media that started that. Because they would be like, because they canceled Roseanne Barr. You know, it's like they canceled all these people. Well, now you're not in the top because culture shifts. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
No
Yeah,
culture,
it's
especially
it's
as big
ebb and
as
flow,
ours.
the ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's swinging back the other way, and now the conservatives are doing the same thing to the liberals. It's like it's just the same coin. It's just a different side of it.
Hey, so on a side tangent, you said Roseanne Barr. If we'd have been friends in the '80s, and I would have told you that in 2024 Roseanne Barr would look better than Madonna,
I'd have called
would
you
have
a
called
damn
me
liar.
drug addict.
Yep.
And I saw a picture of them two side by side, and if I can promise you, if Madonna was walking down the street on the same side of the street, I would cross because I'd be scared.
Yes. That's one of those face eaters.
Yes, she will suck the life out of you. Just
Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah.
stop with the plastic surgery. You don't look good. That's one of the reasons I can't watch Sylvester Stallone.
Don't stop with the plastic surgery. What you need to do is find Cher's plastic surgeon because that plastic surgeon's putting work in because Cher still looks like she's 40. And she's like 96.
Yeah, she's old as dirt.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, if you're going to protest, I think burning the American flag, if you don't want to be in the United States, then you can leave.
I think at that point they should ship you to the country of the flag you chose to raise above the United States.
Yes, I believe so.
You like it so much.
Opinion, and we have our opinion.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you don't want to be here, if you want to be in Palestine, if you want to be in Gaza, and you know what? I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not Jewish and I'm not Palestinian, so I don't have a dog in the fight. So if you want to protest, but just do it peacefully. You don't have to tear shit up. No. You don't have to act a fool. And if you're gonna get paid to do it, what happens when they start arresting these people?
Well,
what happens when you get your face kicked in?
Yep.
Because you're gonna eventually run up on the wrong person.
Then you're going to meet Pooh in prison, and he's going to change your life.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. What's down the tree, Christopher Robin? I dropped the soap.
You said Pooh, and I just immediately think of the guy from Friday.
Oh, yeah. So...
That's how big he is.
I feel bad for him because most of these people are not that smart. I've seen so many men on the street videos where they're asking college kids that are getting ready to graduate simple questions about our republic, and they can't answer it. One girl couldn't answer who was the very first president of the United States. She couldn't answer who pushed forth the Emancipation Proclamation. Like, when is America's birthday? Like, it's just like, but some of that too could be, camera shot. Of course,
yes, definitely. I mean, and some of that's it's been thrown on you.
And the thing is, I can kind of understand why people protest what's going on in Gaza, but at the same time, I can be sympathetic and still think I don't agree with you. I don't necessarily, like you said, I don't necessarily agree with how Israel's handling it either, but I don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, it's just a bunch of people killing each other.
Oh, I wasn't
gonna.
gonna.
What to do about that?
I'm gonna pull this story up. So, hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. But so I was watching a movie. What was I? Oh, I was watching that show Evil.
Oh yes, that's a good show.
Okay.
I like that show.
and I was watching Supernatural. So I've been on I'm back on the cult kick, I guess.
Okay.
So in the show Evil, the guy trying to be a priest, I don't know their names, he's like, somebody gives him a bit of information, and he goes to type it in, and he's like, oh, there's this piece of information I saw. I'm going to show you. Every time you've already clicked the link, it's purple. And it was purple in the show. It's like, get your shit right. Clean your search history and then do that. It was like, I've never seen this before. I am shocked. How is this? This is new information. It's like, come on, man. The other thing is Supernatural. I'm calling BS on because they're like, oh, we're in Oklahoma. And I'm like, no, you're not, because it's not that pretty there. And you have fern trees in the background. We don't have those. We don't have those.
Get off my boys.
Then they went to the frickin' Rockies and they had fern trees. It's not fern trees in the Rockies or in Oklahoma. Get your shit straight. Well, I guess it can't now. It's over, but CGI it. Fix it. Then the one that really pissed me off, the one that made me almost stop watching, was they were in Kansas, and Kansas actually had trees in the show. We all know there is nothing. Kansas is windy because it's just desolate.
Just flat land.
Yeah, it's like
it's so flat.
when you drive through it, you play a game called Find the House. It's the place with a couple of trees. And they put it there not for beautification, to block a little bit of the wind. Anyway. Okay.
Poor Kansas people.
Yeah.
They have good basketball. That's about all I can say about Kansas.
I can imagine they have nothing else to do. Anyway.
And you know what, though? I've been to Kansas quite a few times, and I've met quite a few nice people in Kansas. Kansas is not a bad little town.
No,
we got some nice towns. Wichita, I actually like Wichita. I think Wichita's a nice town. Wichita is a nice town. They have a nice downtown.
Well, Kansas strikes me as a place that hatches cult members, and they're all cannibals. That's what I think when I'm in Kansas. I'm like, these people would literally kill me and eat me, because the white people are a white version of people that don't really exist anywhere else. They have no accent, no discernible features. They look like aliens, and they're just like, hi, how are you? I am doing well. Welcome to Kansas. I'm like, I don't like this. This is making me uncomfortable. Anyway, you got anything else?
No. Oh, I do have one other thing. You know, I mentioned my mother and her ankle surgery.
Yes, sir.
She's ruining my Deadpool watching.
Why?
Yeah, because she's not gonna be able to go, and the boys and I made a decision that we would not go see it until she was able to go.
So I'm gonna ruin it, just so you're aware. No, Mama Kaz, get on your feet, stop being a sissy, and go see Deadpool. Come on. Look what you're doing to your son. You're putting him through trauma. You got a boo-boo. Suck it up. Man up.
Hey, but I did rub it in her face, though, so.
What?
She likes to go see movies without us.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, we're not going to be like you. We're going to wait because we love you. And we're going to wait till you're able to go see it with us because we love you.
See, women don't love men. They just like having men around to do stuff. So
she's like, you're an ass. I said, I know, but it's fun.
Like mama likes son.
Yeah. That's all I got. All I got.
What was the other movie that was coming out or had come out that's doing? Oh, Twister, which was filmed in my backyard. It's killing.
It was filmed. It's killing it. I've had more than one person tell me it's really good.
It's just a fun summer movie. Let's see.
You said that the guy just wanted to make a good movie, and that's what he wants to do, is make good movies.
Let's go.
And I'm not mad at
it. So it's got it's got a 7.1. I'm just looking real quick. Glenn Powell. I bet he abuses animals just from the look of him. Yeah. I'm just gonna start a controversy every show and just pick an actor at random and go, he does bad stuff. Just look at him. I'm profiling. All right, cut me some slack. Yeah, I haven't even seen a trailer, so I'm probably going to watch the trailer because they filmed a scene by one of the towns where I live, and I drove by and saw it. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And I took video with my cell phone. It was like, "Look at what I get to see." Nobody cared. They're like, "What are you, 12?" It's like, shut up, God.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Looks really good.
So did you watch Serial Mom? Have you
No.
seen? No. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I think that's going to do it for this shit show.
Yes.
We enjoyed being on YouTube for a couple of
Yes.
weeks. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, we haven't got the ban notice yet, so we're gonna still keep.
We're
going
probably
here.
shadow banned just because of the stuff that comes out of my mouth.
Well, I mean, the very first one.
Oh, yeah.
I did detonate the torpedo in the ship right off the get go. I mean, it's like launch torpedo.
And I
Why are
literally.
we taking water, Captain? Well, we'll see what happened was.
So what it was is, Kaz was steering the ship, and I said, "Okay, so we're gonna avoid that stretch of water, particularly over there, because they're putting torpedoes in the water." And he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, watch
yeah.
this! I'm turning
I
into it.
wanted to
I'll
play
miss him."
Frogger.
Yeah.
I wanted to play Frogger with the ship. It didn't work.
He's like, "I forgot what you said, Captain."
Oh man, it's so bad. It was cool because I was just reading. You know, when you just learn to read, it's something you wanna do more often. And
Hooked on phonics worked for me. So you can find us.
look us up on the X. Odd Times Podcast, then oddtimespodcast@yahoo.com. We love those emails.
Please,
send them to us.
please send us more. I love those.
TikTok, we're over 1,000 followers.
Woo!
Hit us up, let us know.
Where those
and like I
bastards
said-
at? They're not here.
Yeah. Yes. Also, like I said, and if y'all are listening to us, y'all can follow us on YouTube now.
Yep.
Just Odd Times Podcast. Look for the pretty blue.
And don't criticize the banner I created because it's wrong. So on your phone it says Odd Times Podcast. That was accidental because I'm an idiot. I was like, that looks good, and then I pulled it up on my phone and went, that doesn't look good. So yeah, I got to fix that. But in my defense, I'm extremely lazy. And you can follow me at Odd Mac Guy on X. Again, follow the smell of stinky fish. They're all over there.
Yes.
I have
Fake stinky fish.
yeah. I just have fake OnlyFans girls. And Ralph follows me. He sends me
Thanks,
a lot
Ralph.
of really gross animal pictures. It's disgusting. I need to get him therapy, but he doesn't listen that much, so it's okay.
I think he drinks too much.
Yeah. He's
Actually, Ralph needs to take a drink.
yes. Yeah.
Don't do the pain pills, just the tequila.
Yeah, well, he's got to quit drinking rest stop toilet water. That's his problem. He's hearing voices and stuff.
We got to go on that one because that one's giving me bad visions. Oh, we got to go. Oh,
What's he doing, Daddy? I think he's getting he's drinking it. We're leaving.
So bad.
We'll see you guys next week.
I picture him wearing that helmet with the two straws.
Oh, it's like it's hard to get up. My ankle's sore. Yeah, I bet. It's the last time he's going to show up. We appreciate all the people that don't show up to our YouTube and watch us. You guys are pricks, but we thank you anyway.
Yes. Love y'all.
the
Catch y'all
millions.
next week.
Yeah,
Oh, by
see-
the way, watch the Olympics.
Do I have to? Is that homework?
No,
Okay.
because you're not going to watch it, but I'm going to. They're already giving medals away tomorrow.
They need to have the average man competitor. I still think
They do. I think so too. I think that's. Yeah, I think